Whatever's stopping you from grading what you want,
Yeah.
all the things that you feel you're not capable, you feel you're limited, that's bullshit. In the end, if you truly want it, if you really want to go for it, doesn't matter whether it's not perfect. What matters the most is it's progressing, it's getting better. And if it was a mistake, it was a learning pattern. So do not make it as an excuse, actually. Because maybe the way we think was still stuck in the past mindset, which is all about fear, all about doubt, all about scarcity. There's always not enough for everyone. Whereas by accident, no, people get out of that kind of mindset. Usually by accident, these are the people who would always question, no, tama ba talaga?
Yeah.
No, diploma po or diskarte?
Right.
No? We always see in the internet, choose your difficult. So, piliin yung hirap mo. So, kung ito yung hirap na gusto mo, let it be. A lot of people are so afraid with leadership positions simply because the way we define leadership in the past is, I have to do it all. I have to be the boss. I have to wear the suit. I have to take everything out versus, okay, it's a shared responsibility.
Welcome to another episode of the Press Play Podcast. In today's guest, his story is nothing short of transformational talaga. From being a janitor to becoming a regional manager, from corporate to consciousness, today we actually dive into what it really means to rise, lead, and also awaken with Coach Ross Huson. Coach Ross, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, Dred, and tara, let's do this.
Let's do this, Coach. Grabe, like, I'm actually very excited for this one because it has been, parang culmination na rin siya ng lahat ng mga things na ginagawa namin. Kumbaga parang evidences na rin in a way. And then, to be honest rin, when I actually had this opportunity to interview you, I remember that day. I remember that day when you were nasa Aliliw kayo and then, like, bigla na lang binigay sa'yo yung phone na, Dred, may kakausap daw sa'yo. Pagkatapos, tinanong mo na bakit di pa ako ni-interview nito. Binigyan kita ng excuse as to why I was not ready for you.
Right.
Sabi ko na, di pa ako ready, Coach. The studio's not ready for you. And then all you said to me was, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
Diba?
Whatever's stopping you from grading what you want,
Yeah.
all the things that you feel you're not capable, you feel you're limited, that's bullshit.
Tama, right?
Because in the end, if you truly want it, if you really want to go for it, doesn't matter whether it's not perfect. What matters the most is it's progressing, it's getting better. And if it was a mistake, it was a learning pattern. So do not make it as an excuse, actually.
Yeah. And then I feel like parang usually yun yung ginagawang excuse ng most Filipinos, right? Like, why do you think that is ba? Is there like some deep-rooted issue as to why they keep using those excuses?
I think it's really not only Filipino, but it's a consciousness. It's a mindset that a lot of people still live in the old consciousness, in the old mindset that, the world happens to me and I'm a victim.
Yeah.
So that's what we call the victim mentality. So, which means for you, you allow yourself to be victimized with the setup, the lighting, the camera. But if you really want it without the camera, without the lighting, without the studio, is it possible?
It is very possible.
Exactly. Except that maybe the mindset of what was going on in the past is that I'm limited. I'm not capable.
Yeah.
And I don't have the right to create whatever I want to create. And I think that's where the limitation comes in.
Kasi parang like, tama nga yung sinabi niyo, Coach, na like, the past failures basically gave me evidences in a way na I probably can't do it. So parang nagre-reinforce sa utak ko usually, and then I guess siguro yun rin yung nangyayari sa iba. Like, I feel like
it's not really, I think I would always say, that working with people for the past 17 years, I can safely say everything that's a struggle, things that are not happening the way we want it.
Yeah.
It's a simple reflection of how we were raised, the upbringing. And again, according to SADE, is based on where we are right now as an adult, 0 to 4 years old, 50% of our choices, our behavior right now is deeply rooted on how we were raised, how we were wired up, how the conditioning of that world. And most of the time, as a little child, I think this is based on study, as a teenager now, okay, we heard at least 700,000 no in our life, from TV, from parents, from school. The answer is always no, up until you have your own life. You don't even try it simply because no na kaagad ang sagot mo para sa iyong sarili.
How would they actually get out of that ba? Parang ganun na mindset.
Normally, no, this is based on the consciousness that's going on in the world. No? I think the level 1 consciousness is the world view is the world happens to me and I'm a victim. You know, and I guess 95% of humanity lives there. No, how do we know? Yeah, based on result. Biggest problem in the world, number 1 is really the mindset of anxiety, stress, and depression. Okay. Number 2, health issues. Okay. Number 3, financial uncertainty. And guess what? We just talked about on our way here that when you're still in college, every opportunity that we have to earn a lot of money is available right now. Never in the history, right?
Correct.
All the things that we can start working on our health, the health issues is always, there's so many answers that's going on right now. But how come the more answers we have right now, the more people getting sick? And above all, we have now the best time in our life where we can get to connect with people. Everything's available. Everything is abundant. How come people get depressed? Highest form. And maybe because the way we think was still stuck in the past mindset, which is all about fear, all about doubt, all about scarcity. There's always, there's always not enough for everyone.
Right.
Whereas by accident, people get out of that kind of mindset. Usually by accident, these are the people who would always question, tama ba talaga?
Yeah.
Diploma po or diskarte?
Right.
And these people are normally not the usual type of human being that they go to the usual, I should say, employment, but they will go on a certain area, certain business, certain career that their business and their success is solely dependent not on a boss, not on an industry, not on a company, but it's solely dependent on them. Then they stumbled upon what we call personal development.
Yes. Okay.
Because the personal development will allow you to understand, yes, you may have been victimized in the past, but here's the thing, do you want it? Now you have a new consciousness. Yes, I may be a victim, but guess what? Now I know I have a choice. If I don't like where I am at right now, I can change it. If I don't like how I look like in front of the mirror, I can change it. That I can have all the capacity to change. But where do we get it? Okay, we get it from personal development. So that's where we now start to move people out from I'm a victim and I cannot do anything around it to right now, yes, I'm a victim. And you know what? I have a choice. And my choice is to get better, be better. Reprogram myself, see myself differently. And the moment I start to reprogram, see myself differently, the world around me changes.
Yes. So parang what I'm getting that from Coach is that usually people have to keep asking questions to themselves rin, keep asking the right questions so that they get to that supposed answer.
I think it all starts from this, like the first kind of consciousness we call the victim mindset is why me?
Yeah.
Why me? Okay? And it's all about blaming external things, parents, government, God, rather than, okay, what's going on for me? How come this is happening for me? And that's where we now start to take here, I'm a victim right now. I take full responsibility in life. I take ownership. If I don't like how I look, I can change. If I don't like how I think, I can change. If I don't like my income, I can change it. You have all the capacity to change it, except that maybe it has to start with you own up your result. So if your life is doing great, congratulations, you chose it. But if your life is not the way you want it, congratulations, now you know you can change it.
Meron akong parang somebody taught me something. It was like, life is like parang script raw, diba? Like you're the director talaga. Or let's just say there's actors in it. Pag yung actors, they're going to go by the script, basically it still gets to the end of the movie. Pero ikaw rin as a director, you have the power to actually just let the actors do their thing. But at the same time, you have the power to actually stop, cut muna, and then let them change the script. Pero at the end of the day, you're still following something.
Yeah, I think it's not just you being the director, but I want you to be the producer.
Correct.
I'm gonna produce the movie that I want in my life. I'm gonna be the scriptwriter. I'm gonna write the script however I want it. I'm gonna be the actor, which means I'm in full control. And therefore, if there are people in my life who I feel are giving me trouble in my life or are giving me all the things that I think it's a struggle, then I'll not take it personally because they're just actors. So which means I don't have any drama. I don't have anything that will allow me to cry over it because I know they're just doing what they're supposed to do. No? And of course, I'll be the director. I'll create the life that I want simply because, again, this is a new consciousness right now.
Yeah.
That you can always create the life that you want. You cannot be victimized, not unless you start thinking differently.
Right. So how would people get to the next level of consciousness, ba, Coach? What do you think should they actually do? Ba? From being a victim having a victim mindset to actually moving to the next level of consciousness.
I think it will start with self-awareness. When they say self-awareness, that you are able to see what's going on in your life. You pause, you take a look at, okay, this part I like.
Yeah.
That part I don't like. This part I hate it. Then be honest, be real. No, not unless you start owning up that I created the things that I like. I also created the things I don't like. So it will start with number 1, self-awareness. But here's the thing, self-awareness is not enough. We need to take number 2, which is what we call personal responsibility, which means you are able to start to dig deep inside on what else I can do so I can create a better result. But the choice that we create here differently will be a new choice, not coming from the old choice, which is living the life day to by day, but right now living a life that is intentional.
And that's going to be a very difficult way rin for other people, right? Kasi siguro it's out of their comfort zone when they're making new choices.
It's difficult simply because it's something new. It's something that we are not used to. But here's the thing, it's more difficult to not to change. Mas mahirap maging mahirap.
Tama.
Diba? We always see in the internet, choose your difficult. So, piliin yung hirap mo. So, kung ito yung hirap na gusto mo, let it be. But this one, it's difficult for a beginning because, again, it's a new familiarity.
Right.
How can we have a new mindset? Anything that is new may not be as easy as it is, but when you stay long enough, hard enough to rewire, remodel, recondition the way you are, body, heart, and mind, when you get used to it, the most beautiful life you can even imagine is gonna happen for you.
Right. I remember something na sinabi mo, like there was actually a quote, like everything has a spiritual solution. Like what do you mean?
That's why it's called transformation. What does it mean? No, that every human problem, physical, emotional, mental, the only solution of that is nothing that can be seen, but it's actually a spiritual solution. An example here, no. For the past 20 years, I don't remember taking any medicine.
Really?
I don't remember taking anything that is external about me. So if I feel I'm a little bit sick, okay, what I would do, I pause, I take a deep breath and ask myself, okay, what's going on? Where am I resisting? Right? And sometimes right now, there's ChatGPT. I would ask, okay, ChatGPT, all right, I'm suffering lower back, okay, and I want you to tell me what's the metaphysical meaning of this. And ChatGPT say, okay, lower back is an issue that you might be carrying too much weight, too much load, and you're asking for support. Okay, now I remember. Yeah, I'm working so hard to help other people, but I didn't even ask for support. So the moment I raise my hand, say, hey, I need help, I want to release this, I want to do this, I release this, automatic. This back pain. Okay. When we were in Alilio that time, no? So I think a day before, pumutok yung whatever that is. So pinicturean ko, sabi ko, ChatGPT, ano to? So in-explain niya. Okay? Tapos sabi, ang cause daw niyan, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Sabi ko, wala ko naalala. So sabi ko, okay, metaphysical meaning tayo. Alright. So something that's going on in my area of responsibility that I choose not to look into, kumbaga nagbubulag-bulagan, that I need to look into. So when I look into, all right, seconds, I send a message to the team, hey team, this is going on for me, I'm releasing this, daddy did that. Matter of seconds, it's all gone. So that's where we now start to move from the traditional way of thinking. We call that a 3D, three-dimensional.
3D thinking.
Right? This one is the 5D thinking, which is now being able to understand there's a higher power, higher being. He's in full control of everything. And I call him God. Okay? I'm all I need to do is just go back to that in full alignment and things is gonna fall in line the way I want it to be.
Parang it's so profound actually kasi like sometimes like a lot of people don't really yes they do believe in God or like whatever higher being is up there, pero usually they don't put it into practice in a way talaga. It's just there, parang they're just saying it.
It's again, I have nothing against it except that's the way it is. That was the usual, that it becomes a ritual, it becomes a pattern. Parang we talk about God but hindi naman nakikita sa buhay si God, no? Not that because they intended to wait it, because that's how it was in the past.
Yeah.
So it's now different. So it's really religious based or spiritual based.
So there's very big difference between religion and then obviously yung spiritual na mga practices in a way talaga.
I can safely say, no, the religion most probably is they would always say God is outside me. So if I need God, I would go to the church and pray. And that's it, no? But in the spirituality sense, I carry God wherever I am. I'm part of Him. And therefore, the way I act, the way I think, the way I move is a representation of who God is in my life.
So in this case, God is in you already instead of you're seeking God.
Exactly. So I don't have to seek God because God is inside me, and all I have to do is just connect to my inner being.
So that's the 5D. That's the 5D na po.
It's a consciousness wherein it's all about bliss. It's all about purpose. It's all about serenity. It's all about peace. And it's all about abundance. Whereas the opposite of that is the 3D world, 3D, that it's chaos, it's competition, who's better than this. It's so materialistic. So I'll tell you, in terms of, let's say, the 3D, in terms of money, it has to be hard work.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm bigger than you. There's competition. In the 5D, it's just alignment, purpose, bliss, fun, excitement, calling. And when you are into that space, money will just run after you.
So is that why, yung term na surrender? Because I feel like it's such a very interesting thing to say when you're in the spiritual sense, but at the same time, when you're trying to, let's just say, para sa physical na talaga ng word, parang ang hirap i-surrender, especially for us. It's hard to surrender things that you want to be in control of.
Exactly. I mean, the 3D world is full of fear, doubt, and worry. And the reason why people are in a space wherein a lot of people that I know right now are in a space of stress, anxiety, depression, and a lot of things that they don't like, overwhelmment, is simply because of a result of there's too much fear, doubt, and worry.
Yes.
But brought about by scarcity. Baka mawalan, baka maubusan, baka matalo.
Yeah.
Versus when you just allow yourself to be in fully surrender to the higher being, fully surrendered to the plan of God, and therefore moving your fear, doubt, and worry to faith, hope, and love. And faith really is just acting as if what I want is already here and now. And therefore, what's the evidence of that? That I live my life simply about unconditional happiness and unconditional gratitude. Which means whatever is going on in my life right now, whether it's something that I enjoy or I don't like, because I know in the end, there's a higher purpose why I have to go through this. And if I start moving out of gratitude and happiness, and I go back to complain, that means my disconnection to the soul, to the spirit, is no longer there. So that's the first job I have right now, is to be unconditionally happy and grateful no matter what. It's simply because it's a pure evidence that I'm living my life based on faith. Right? But more than that, I just don't just sit down and do nothing, just be happy and grateful. I don't know if you know my schedule like crazy.
Oo nga.
All right?
Grabe.
Back to back to back to back. No? Even on our way here, I was just doing a lot of things all together simply because I have a big dream. I have a big team. I want to create a lot of gigantic, enormous, I should say effortless result in my life. But the way I do that is to make sure that my entire day, no? So last night I arrived around 11 ng gabi. I am still up by 4 a.m. So from 4 a.m. all the way hanggang 10 p.m. today, it's a back to back to back. Either number one, growth, never-ending growth. Okay. Number two, opening myself up to brand new experiences. Like the reason why I would love to, support you guys because this is a brand new experience for me.
Yeah.
And
Thank you,
something
Coach.
for me to start letting myself get into the experience of what else is out there that's available for me. But more than that, it's really contribution. So that's the work that I do right now. No longer soliciting for business, looking for people to do business with me, but I make sure that my entire, I should say, 4 a.m. to 10 p.m., how many hours is that? Let's say more than 20,
Probably
18
like 18,
hours. It's about growth, experience, contribution. Okay. When I do that, which means I am fully aligned to the source, fully aligned to the blessing, it will just be given to me.
All right.
And the third phase here is non-attachment, which means we were talking about, I won't be hypocrite. I would love to have millions of followers.
Yeah.
Based on this right now, I'm not yet there. I'm just halfway. Except, doesn't matter. It's just perfect timing. It's just frequency based. And in the end, okay, I don't get stressed. I don't get overwhelmed simply because everything has its own preparation. So our job here is just to prepare ourselves to receive whatever you want in our life. My always example here is, would you like to own a jet plane? Like what Elon Musk is, like all the big multi-billionaires.
Laging may jet planes.
Ilang jet plane gusto mo?
Dalawa.
Ibigay sa'yo ngayon, saan may paparada?
Kaya nga. Wala.
Kaya nga. So, all you need to do is to prepare yourself so that when that is now available, and it's always available, and it's not given to you because you're not prepared yet.
Right. It's like, parang nagpa-process ako sa lahat ng mga narinig ko. It's like, there's like so many levels to it. Like, kanina, like, I was just like so curious kasi like, do you still even sleep ba, Coach?
Of course I do. I love sleeping. The moment 9, 10 p.m., straight na yan tulog. Gising ako, 3:30, 3:45. Latest is 4. That's it.
And I heard you do your meditation talaga, Coach.
Oh yeah, that's my non-negotiable. Yeah. By October this year, it will be my 6th year anniversary that I haven't missed a single day.
And that's 1 hour of meditation.
Yes.
Wow.
Every day.
I can't. I can't even do that. But I try my best.
I'm gonna give you $10 million. Can you do it?
I mean, I guess I would do it.
There's your bullshit again.
I guess.
There's your bullshit again.
So meaning, yes, I will.
Yeah, it's just a choice.
Makes sense.
But
now.
for me, it's a 1 hour of stillness equals 24 hours of pure, blissful abundance.
Yeah. Because it's all just you. It's all just you. You're just honing in on
it's really, ako lang, paniwala ko lang, no? Ang trabaho ko lang is maging katulad ng creator ko. Diba? Sabi nga, you were created in the image and likeness of God.
Yeah.
O bakit based on result? Parang ang layo.
Right.
Diba?
How do we get there?
I think for me, I need to train myself how to think like my creator thinks. Which means I have 1 hour to connect to my creator na do nothing. Kaya nga, be still, do nothing.
Yeah.
Right? But that 1 hour of just sitting down, closing my eyes, watching all my thoughts
pass by lang.
Which means my training of non-judgmental. Because to believe that your God is a non-judgmental God.
Yeah.
Okay, what is keeping us away from our God is our judgment, especially with other people. So what if you have non-judgmental thoughts every day? Will it be progressive?
More progressive.
Exactly. And when you're non-judgmental, you move to the next two, which is what we call non-resistance. Which means you're not resisting anything. You're just allowing things to happen. And when you're non-resistant, you now move to non-attachment, which is you do not want to take full control of the things you're not in full control of. And this is where fully surrender is. So that's my mental gym every day.
Like, ang rami. Parang like if somebody were to listen to this and then they were like, parang still starting out, it feels like a lot. Pero like, based on what you've said and then yung mga narinig ko, it's like, it's more so, it's because you've been doing it every day consciously talaga and with intention.
It's intentional. It was a goal in the past, but now no longer a goal. I can't even take it away from my system.
Yeah.
So it's funny because I rubbed last night and I was in 3 airports, different time zones. The most beautiful part, if 4 a.m. Orlando time, I'm already sitting down, close my eyes, 4 a.m. Dubai time, sat down, 4 a.m. Philippine time, sat down. So, tatlong times. And it's just like eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I didn't have to think about it. Because again, in the end, I chose to do this as an intention for one straight year, not to miss a single day, may tulog or wala. Because it's my way of training myself to think like how my creator thinks.
Right.
Okay? Maybe the 0.000000001%.
Yeah.
Kahit paano, right? But the beautiful part around it, have you tried meditating 1 hour?
Yes.
All right. The beautiful part about it, after 1 hour, what happened the entire day in terms of how kind, how compassionate are you?
For me, I noticed I was more understanding of the way things were, especially with people. Lalo na sa mga relationships ko, because I wasn't reacting too much.
Exactly. Because that's where we now come. Because you train yourself non-reactive, non-resistance, non-judgmental. Now you move that to thinking to feeling. Now I want to feel blissful. I want to feel happy.
Yeah.
I want to feel joyful all the time. And therefore, if there are things should be bothering me, I'm not even bothered anymore. Parang if there's some comments like, oh, ganyan si Ras, they're bashes. Sure. Okay. Thank you. Great. Appreciate your opinion. Oh, love you. I don't have to react.
Yeah.
Because that's how I'm trained. But this is the most beautiful part because the way I think is I think like how my creator thinks. How my creator feel is I feel good no matter what. The Bible says God is
good
all
the time.
And therefore, when you want to feel God, feel good.
Feel good.
Because God is good. Because when you feel good, what tends to happen to your action?
You do the right actions.
Yeah. You do action that is service, support, giving.
Godly actions.
That's my 1 hour of training myself. If you wanna, create muscular body, you must go to the gym.
Tama.
You must be like your creator. That's my practice. That's what worked for me. And I've been sharing this practice to a lot of people. And I don't know, I can safely say, especially in business, parang naging ChatGPT na ako na
right.
Kahit anong iba to sa akin ng mga
ChatGPT and transformation.
Sobra. As in, pag upo ko, ako ba yun? Pero, shit, ang galing nun. Parang ganon. So, nakasawsaw tayo sa kanya eh. So,
you're connected talaga to the source.
That's how I feel about it. I mean, some people may agree, some people may not agree, but this is working for me. So, I'm in a point in my life right now that I care less about what you think of me. And I care more of how I feel. I care more of how I am able to serve myself so I can serve the world better.
Right. So how does the especially in consciousness would actually tie into, especially leadership? Because a lot of people seem to have a hard time with leadership kasi even just like it's themselves. They're having a hard time like leading themselves into whatever they want to achieve kasi. How would that tie into ba yung consciousness?
I think it's so difficult for me to lead others when I cannot even lead myself.
Yeah.
So therefore, it has to start with my personal mastery. How do I know that I have personal mastery? I'm able to create the life that I want.
Yeah.
No? Am I able to create the health that I want, the fitness that I want? If yes, then I'm able to command physically my body to do what I'm supposed to do. Okay. Am I living the most loving, authentic, peaceful relationship in my life, wherein my relationship is not perfect, but it becomes perfect with the imperfection how I treat people around me, which is all about compassion, acceptance, kindness, right? And I can translate with it with other relationship in my life. Okay, because some people they're kinder, they're more compassionate, they're more accepting with people who may they have get a lot of business, but with parents, parang hello, your primary relationship is not working. That's questionable for me, right? Of course, money.
Yes.
right? If I'm not creating the amount of money that I want, and therefore that's leadership also for myself. But most probably, a lot of people are so afraid with leadership positions simply because the way we define leadership in the past is I have to do it all. I have to be the boss. I have to wear the suit. I have to take everything out versus, okay, it's a shared responsibility that I'm just here to serve. And leadership is not position, it's not title, but it's how you live your life.
Yeah. Natanong ko lang rin talaga about sa leadership just because like, especially with like, business owners, I mean, ako, business owner. And then sometimes that is one of the biggest hurdles talaga to overcome. It's like because you want the best. You want to do the best that your service can give your clients. Taman talaga. And then sometimes like hindi mag-align yung output na ine-expect mo. Parang ganun. So, how can people actually, or especially leaders, get into that mindset na excellent pa rin siya pero they're not stressing too much about it?
Unang-una, if I may ask you and all of you business owners there, how much time, energy, effort, and money do you invest in your people for them to have the same mindset as you are, for them to have the same standard as you are, for them to have the same exposure as you are? Because if none, ikaw talaga lahat lang gagawa.
Correct.
So it has to start with you training your people, upgrading yourself, being able to understand that at the end of the day, the reason why people who work for us are not as excellent as the way we are, because we never take time to train them. We never take time to nurture them. We don't even invest in them.
Tama.
Diba? Mabuti pa yung camera. Magkano yan, diba?
Right.
50 mil, 100,000. But magpa-train sa tao, ayaw. Tapos sabihin, ayaw ko i-train yan kasi mahal. Tapos hindi naman magtatagal. Mas nakakatakot yun. Nagtagal, hindi mo na i-train.
Oh, that's a good reframe.
Right? So, I'm really scared. Ako, pag may na-train ako, gumaling at umalis, praise God, kasi nakatulong ako sa success niya.
Yeah.
And I think that's where we now start to take a look at it. That is why a lot of business owners right now, hirap na hindi gumagana yung negosyo nang wala sila. It's simply because they don't understand that the key here are the people around you who will exponentially grow your business.
Yeah.
But there's so much fear. But maybe it's coming from, again, scarcity. I'll squeeze everything from my people so I can have more income for myself. The new mindset right now for entrepreneurs, is called prosperity for all.
Can you expand that, Coach?
Okay. So the thing around the traditional business, right? Let's say chain of hotels,
Okay.
right? Versus Airbnb. So kung ikaw ang negosyante, anong gusto mo? Ikaw may-ari ng chain of hotels or Airbnb?
Kung ako negosyante, siguro, kasi alam ko Airbnb.
Exactly.
Diba? Oh.
Right? Now, here's the thing. Sa chain of hotels, pag kumita yung owner, halos lahat ng kita saan napunta? Sa employee, sa community, or sa owner?
Sa owner.
Exactly. That's profit for me. I have to protect every inch of the way para mapasa ko sa next generation. And we have to squeeze everyone. Minimum wage ka lang.
Yeah.
Pa-increase ka 5%. That's the traditional way. But whereas, let's say, Airbnb, right? So, sino kumita sa Airbnb?
Si Airbnb.
Sino pa?
Si host.
Si host, sino pa?
And then si advertisers rin.
Advertisers, sino pa?
Yung users rin kasi
users nakatipid.
Nakatipid.
Pero si host, merong hinahire na manang na naglilinis. Na dati, ang income lang yan, say 5,000 naman. O ngayon, kada linis, may 500.
Yeah.
Gumanda ang buhay. Right? Yung community na nakapalibot doon sa Airbnb, delivery, Grab.
Food.
So, it's giving economy to all. And in return, the biggest winner is also the one who's creating that economy. Ako, I have one company. When I started, giving away shares, in 2 years' time, we grew at least 20x. And 20x. Here's the thing, I'm not there anymore. I'm just watching. So, maybe the next 10 years, Kung may matira man sa akin, maximum 10%.
Mm.
And the rest will be just given away to those people who will act like a co-owner with me.
Yeah.
And yeah, on Monday, I'm flying to Hong Kong with 300 of our employees.
That's a lot.
From the executive driver to janitor
Uh-huh.
to everyone in the warehouse.
Uh-huh.
First time to go in Hong Kong.
Wow. That's big. So meaning like
Yeah.
they can really experience the ano rin, you know, like the because it really makes me think about yung circular economy that you're actually creating. You know, everybody wins talaga in a way, you know. So that's just big. But for me, like it's just a very big na ano rin.
No, it's hard to comprehend
Yes.
because we're so used to guard my
just
profit.
Yeah,
Akin
just
to,
like
akin to,
one
akin to.
part of it.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know who said this, but do your research. 10% now of 100 billion
Mm-hmm.
is better than 100% for 10 million. So that's what happened to my companies.
No.
The moment I started giving it all away, then it exploded to a point wherein I cannot even imagine that it can grow as big as it is right now.
Yeah.
And taking a look at on the magnitude of the growth has given me.
Yeah. Yeah. Because everybody wins, and since everybody wins, everybody makes the effort to actually win. So basically, in a way, na-duplicate mo yung sarili
Yeah.
ko.
But then again, this is not given to all.
Yeah.
No? I think I have one content na nag-viral na parang sabi ko, when you're working for a company, sweldohan ka o hindi, give it all. And people were bashing at me, parang and they cannot comprehend what I'm thinking. And sabi ko, simple lang yan, no? Right now, I'm involved with more than 10 companies. I don't own them, but I understand that when I give it all, whether I'm paid or not, it can be my basis for promotion.
Right.
Now, if I'm not promoted because the company has no intention to grow and expand, I'll be pirated. Somebody else will. Willing to pay for me. But I understand these are all preparation for me to become partner.
For more a bigger talaga na.
Exactly.
Ano.
This company that we're going to Hong Kong on Monday.
Yeah.
I was just invited to be part of the company 2024 from a 200 million company, and I guess they want from a 200 million company but with stress, anxiety, overwhelmment, suicidal tendency to coming in. Coach Russ is here, gonna give us the peace of mind, bliss, happiness, joy. And based on our forecast, it will take us 5 years to be a 1 billion company. So I said, okay, last year, on our first year, sabi ko, tirahin na natin yan. So sabi nung CEO, okay, so what's your proposal? Sabi ko, okay, compute mo muna. Kasi I want you to feel safe. Okay, pag tinira ba, pag nag 1B ba tayo this year, kaya ba bigyan lahat ng 14-month bonus? Plus pag paburakay tayo. Kasi B, Boracay. After, coach, pwede. Sure. Sige, what's the game plan? Okay, 3 lang. Number 1, all of us will be reporting to one CEO. Oh, and our CEO is our God, which means spirituality is the name of the game.
Okay.
Number 2, what's our strategy? Very simple. GEC. That everyone from the management team, all to the lowest rank, will have to be in an enormous growth, expanding themselves, getting better. E is we will ask them to create brand new experiences for themselves, experience that they have not experienced, to expand their consciousness level.
Yeah.
But above all, they're all going to report because they see us being part of a great movement to contribute to better Philippines.
Bigger goals.
Bigger goals. And how do we measure this? What's our KPI?
Yeah.
Very simple. Extreme self-care. Everybody sleeps on time.
Yeah.
Wakes up early to meditate. So if you are the C level, 1 hour. If you're just next level, you have 30 minutes. Okay. If you have simple tasks, 10 minutes meditation.
Yeah.
And then movement. We're inviting everyone to do their Zumba exercises. But above all, there will be a lot of learning when everyone get to become coach, to become trainer. And in 6 months' time, we did not hit. So it was July when we decided to. And in 6 months, we did not hit 1 billion. We hit 1.280.
Wow. Gagpas.
Yeah. And this year, we're just on our 5th month. We are already at a 3B. And here's the thing. The whole year, I was on vacation. And everyone's on vacation. Yesterday, I was playing golf. How can you explain that?
Kaya nga. I think people will just not be able to comprehend that, like, 3 billion not doing.
Right.
Or like
I'll tell you, this recording, we play it in 5 years from now. Everyone is in this space.
Yeah.
We're just early adopter.
Yes. Early adopter. At least, di ba, may idea. So, oh my God. I'm just like trying to process things. But at the same time, I'm trying to piece things together in kasi like at least it does make sense. Kasi like if what you're saying kasi for example, like everybody is actually trying to be better naman kasi it makes sense that yung results nila would also follow. It's yes, it's going to be hard at the very beginning kasi they probably don't know what you're doing that much and then they can't absorb it yet. But with everybody's guidance, especially yung mga higher levels na, they're just gonna follow talaga. It's basically yung concept ng containers, basically. So that's what I'm actually getting from this big lesson. Yeah. Grabe. I'm just like very talaga din sa mga coaches right now because like I have been on the path of growth and just really been trying to go full out with, especially this year. And kung sino man yung mga makausap ko, I'm just trying to learn from them as well. So that's why I'm really happy right now that I'm in the space with you. Kasi like, yes, it's tough. I actually mentioned this back then with Libni kasi like she's on a higher level than me. Sabi ko sa kanya, Lib, alam mo ba na before na nag-uusap tayo, ginaganon lang kita. Kasi di ko, kasi di ko masyadong maintindihan, pero na-absorb ko siya. And then sinabi niya sa akin na, it's because kasi at that time, your container wasn't ready pa. Pero you were already receiving it.
Yeah, that's why, if in case all of my, it's 2025 right now, all of my, I should say, message is not yet matched to the consciousness of the Filipino, it doesn't matter. I just keep on planting it, just like a tree.
Yeah.
One day it will just bear fruit. So it's either magtatanim ka ng munggo na madali siyang itanim, madaling i-harvest. Pero I want to plant mango trees that will bear fruit, and then the fruit will be another tree up until it becomes a forest.
Yeah. Farm. Kaya ng farm. Sige, coach. Pero like after all this, but like you know, you continue your work as a transformational coach naman talaga. What's actually keeping you from pressing play and doing all the work that you're doing right now?
I think it's really seeing how I believe in the Filipino race. No, tayo dakilang lahi, pinagpala na may kapal.
Yeah.
Except it doesn't match our results. And the only way that I feel I can support Filipino, live a country wherein nobody lives because the economy is here, is to help them start change mindset.
Yeah.
That the mindset that we would like to see here is you're not a victim, you're no longer a slave, but when you choose yourself to nurture, to take care, to develop, imposibleng hihirap ka.
Tama.
Imposible. And the reason why mahirap ako or mahirap ka kasi pumirmi ka lang kung nasaan ka. Kumbaga yung comfort zone mo is not really comfortable. It's really a shitty zone, except you're just okay with it. But the moment you start questioning your standards, the moment you start taking a look at there's better things in life, the moment you start seeing the world differently, then you train yourself internally, your frequency will change, your world will change around you.
That's very big. Coach Russ, is there something else ba na like you could, one tip that you can tell the Filipino people as to how they can start changing their lives ba?
I think since everyone is in the social media, stop watching yung mga walang kakwenta-kwentang mga low energy vibration frequency na nakaka-entertain, nakakatawa, pero walang value eh.
Yes.
Nakakalungkot lang dahil if you take the look at the first world countries, they all started with values, discipline. Yun yung wala sa atin.
Yes.
Anong meron sa atin? Academics, di ba? Tapos entertainment.
I mean, even the academics right now are failing though.
Well, yeah, the only thing is to start checking on your feeds. Na we always have, I always have this I should say habit of making sure that I garbage in, garbage out. So which means, yeah, it can be along that way. And if you feel this is something that you're open to learn, then follow me. There are a lot of people whose content are same as mine. Then go take a look at personal development, personal mastery, spirituality. Just taking a look at on how you can develop your consciousness, how you can develop your inner being. So that's the first. No? Second one, community.
Yeah.
Okay. Build some community. Be with the community. Be part of a movement wherein you get to start to support one another. Okay. Lastly, if you're ready to practice, meditation is the fastest, the only tool that I know of na libre. Hindi po siya scam kasi wala naman bayad yan.
Yes.
Wala ka rin ginagawa, wala kang binibili. Kung hindi, pagkagising mo, umupo ka lang, nakapikit ka. It will change your life.
Grabe. I am so thankful, Coach Russ. Thank you so much for all the insights that you've shared here talaga. And especially for our viewers rin naman, no? Like you said, this may not make sense to a lot of people right now siguro, pero maybe 5 or so years, it will make sense because now everybody's almost in this space. Is there any way for people but to reach out to you or to find you? Where would they look for you?
Paano ba? There's, I think, a Facebook page. There's Transformational Coach Russ. I also have YouTube page. Actually, TikTok and Instagram. So marami yan. Hindi ko lang alam kasi ako gumagawa. I just make my contents available. So it doesn't matter. Most important part here is I continually, allow myself to be the messenger of what is possible.
I love that. Thank you so much, Coach Russ. And if there's any questions for everybody here, you've gone over so many topics, I would say. Like, parang actually, like, sumasabog na yung utak ko sa sobrang maraming information na binigay ni Coach Russ. But either way, if you have any questions, just let me know. Just let us know in the comments because for sure, alam niyo na marami pa kayong kailangan matutunan. And Coach Russ will be there for you guys. He's on a mission to transform a lot of lives. And to a bigger extent na talaga to actually transform Philippines. Diba?
Hopefully, let's do this.
Let's do this, right?
In our lifetime.
In our lifetime at least, diba? So thank you so much guys for watching. If you like this episode, please like, subscribe, share this to any of your friends who wants to learn more about this stuff and also want to follow Coach Russ. And always make sure to keep on pressing play.